Hey, somebody said that Quill had a video. Somebody said that. So let's see. Let's see. All right, we got that Quill. Why are some black women homophobic? It's a 30-minute video. We're not gonna take that much time from you guys. We're gonna take about 10 to 12 minutes.
Women homophobic. In many communities, including among some black women, homophobia can stem from a variety of factors.
It ain't no good black men out there.
Yes, there are no good.
Most of them are drug addicts, in jail, homos. The good ones know they this shit. So they got 10 women at a time leaving babies all over the place.
That's a quote from Spike Lee's 1991 film Jungle Fever. That line was spoken during a scene where a group of black women were consoling a friend and bemoaning the fact of a good black man. Funny how a quote from a fictional black woman over 30 years ago about the frustration of finding a suitable black male mate still resonates with how some women feel to this day. Even more interesting, though, is the inclusion of homosexuality.
I think certain women's standards are a little too high when it comes to finding a mate. I don't know why I said it like that. Finding a boyfriend, or a future husband. I'll be honest.
And that many tirade about black men who are not up to par. Culture, beliefs, and religious teachings often play significant roles in shaping these views. Additionally, a lack of exposure to diverse perspectives and personal experiences can contribute to homophobic attitudes. Addressing these issues requires empathy and understanding, as everyone's beliefs are influenced by their unique backgrounds. Engaging in open and respectful conversations can help foster greater acceptance and understanding within the community.
Right.
But let's unpack this and talk more about it. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your boy Dr. Dante, and I'm back at it again with another video. As you guys can see by the title today, we're going to talk about the homophobia when it comes to some black women. Before I do this video, I do want to make myself very clear that I'm not here to try to bash black women as a whole, and I'm also not here to try to offend anybody, you know?
Right.
I've done a video like this before where I talked about black men being homophobic, and I've also done a video talking about homophobia within the black community.
I remember that. I think I reacted to both of those, actually.
However, I did have some people, request this video. So, and of course, I experienced black women being homophobic towards me. So I feel like,
You know what he got to do next? Black trans homophobic.
it's only right to make a video. Again, I'm not talking about
Oh,
black
wait. Yeah, black trans homophobic. Yeah.
women.
Even though that might be, I don't know how that works, but yeah, let me know. Do that one next.
As a whole, I'm just talking about some, because we have to be honest here. Some black women are homophobic, and it just is what it is. I do want to thank you guys so much for getting me to over 14,000 subscribers. I really do appreciate it. Like,
Shout
every
out.
single time I reach
Shout
a
out.
1,000 milestone, I just get, I don't know, like, even yesterday I got a little emotional, child. Like, I don't know. I'm just super grateful, y'all, and I genuinely appreciate the love and support, and I'm going to continue to show up for you guys, and put out great content or whatever. So another thing too, like this month I just kind of really been a little on and off of YouTube, because I just got back into school. So that's been, something I just have to learn how to manage my time better, so I can make sure I continue to put out content while also pertaining. I did jot down 4 things that we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about how some black women not wanting their son to be gay. We're going to talk about how some black women not really accepting their child for who they are. The other thing I put down was some black women being cheated on by their husband or boyfriend, which can lead them to resent gay men. And I know some of y'all are probably like, well, what do you mean by resent, like by a gay man or whatever? We're going to get into that later in the video.
Smart.
And the last thing I want to talk about is how some gay or bisexual men actually feel like black women are the reason DL men exist. And we're going to get into all of those topics, because all of those topics, each and every one of them are controversial. So we're going to get into that. Before we get into everything, I do want to talk about a story that's very interesting to me, and we're going to talk about JB's. Now, anybody who don't know who JB's is, JB's, she is transgender. She was born a man and she transitioned to a woman, and I feel like her situation with her mom would be a great man. And
Let's see, I wouldn't be able to tell that this was well, maybe in this picture, but these other pictures where it's head on, I wouldn't be able to tell that this was a man. Not gonna lie to you.
is JB's, she is transgender. She was born a man and she transitioned to a woman. And I feel like her situation with her mom would be a great addition to this conversation.
Right.
Now for anybody who don't know who JB's is, JB's, which is a social media personality that has over 120K followers on Instagram. She shares things such as fashion, swimwear, and cosplay modeling snapshots. Back in 2021, she had went on the Dr. Phil show with her mom or whatever to just basically, you know,
JB's?
I guess come to a common ground with her mom about her transition.
Hold on, let's look this up. JB's. Sorry about that, y'all. We about to get into it. I'm gonna JB's. Dr. Phil. Okay, there we go. We found it instantly.
And her mom was not really accepting of it.
We don't want it.
It's not
I don't want your approval.
You'll never have it.
I don't need it.
You won't get it.
I don't need it.
You won't get
I'm
it,
a
sir.
full, complete
You won't
human
get
being.
it, sir.
And you won't. I
get
don't need it, ma'am.
I have 3 sons.
Who all
You
have
have
had
one
issues with
mother.
you.
You
All have
can't
had
speak
issues
for
with you.
them.
I would
You
rather
got
be
one
motherless
What is with the shaking of the camera?
Sir,
10 times
are.
over
You
than
are.
deal with a toxic
And I
parent.
would rather have
I would
the
rather
2
have
sons
my
that I
father
have
be
than
in the
one that's
grave.
mentally
I would rather
incapable
have
of
my
making a
father be in the
decision as
grave.
to
And I
whether
would
he-
When it first came out and when I watched it, like I was just super uncomfortable because to kind of give my personal insight when it comes to homophobia with black women, I never really experienced it in my household until I got out there in the real world, whether I was in
I was always same. I was always raised to treat everybody the same, love everybody for who they are and stuff of that nature. Like never, because I was raised mainly by females. I was not really raised by my father. Maybe if I had my father, I would think differently. But since I was raised more of a feminine group, I was raised to love and love and love everybody for who they are. They're white, black, yellow. They like men. They like women. They like both. They like neither. Just love them for them and accept them for who they are and stuff of that nature.
in school or whether I was working. Like whenever I would get into it with the girl, the first thing she would call me was the F word. So that's when I kind of, got a feel of homophobia when it comes to black women. But other than that, I never really experienced that, like in terms of like my immediate family and my mom and stuff like that. This stuff being on TV, y'all, like it's literally the proof is in the pudding when it comes to black women being homophobic. It kind of goes with some black women not really accepting their child for who they are or not wanting their son to be gay. It's a lot of things. Even, I don't know if you guys watched this episode on the Camaro show, but y'all, it was an episode that broke my heart. It was an episode of a black woman and her son. And, basically her son was gay and he wanted her to accept him for him. He was trying to tell her, like, I'm not trying to live through you. Like, I need you to accept my life or whatever. And like, she was being apologetic throughout the video, but like one part that really effed me up when she was like, she felt like he robbed her because he's not going to bring home grandkids. Grow up with knowing much about gay people and the things that she did know. She just knew it was taught for it to not be right. So that's that. Y'all seen Meatball. She did a video a couple weeks ago.
How you going to think that how are you as a grandparent going to be like, you robbed me of having grandchildren? We're not going to act like adopting a grandchild doesn't exist. Adoption doesn't exist. And hell, maybe that person did not even want to have kids in the beginning. It's not your decision. Your decision was to be a parent and to nurture that child and to have that child grow up to be whatever they want. Once you're past that, whatever they do is on them. If they decide to have kids, that's on them. If they don't, that's on them. You can't be like, oh, blah, 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 blah. You gotta have children. If you don't have kids, you robbed me of that. No, what the fuck? That's bad parenting 101. Flag on the play.
About the LGBT community. I'll put it in here.
I know y'all ain't just tell me respect the LGBTQ, whatever it's called community, because y'all don't even respect God. Y'all don't even stand on y'all religion. I'm not respecting nobody's community. Are y'all crazy out here? I'm from Philly. Once you get me started, I'm started. Like... I woke up cute and I woke up trying to keep it. Alright, y'all. I'm done trolling for real. This too funny to me.
As you guys can see, it's a lot of people that feel they always bring in religion into stuff, and it really be pissing me off because it's just like that's all y'all got to say. Like, it's so many other things that people do, and it's like, when it comes to being gay, that's like the number one sin you just cannot do, or it's like the most, it holds the most weight when it comes to sins. And it's just so ridiculous. And
It's weird because people have been gay all the time. Whether it be closeted or open, people have been gay all the time. Women have been having sex with other women. That's for sure. That goes back for millennia. And men have been humping and hunching on men. So it's just like, again, why is this such a bad thing to look at? Why do people not like that? I never get it. What I find very weird is, I'm not going to say what I find very weird.
like, it's so tacky for you to have that kind of
No,
mindset. But
no. For real though, what I find very weird is
she later came out and apologized. And me personally, just after watching that video, I personally feel like that's just how she felt. I felt like the only reason why she apologized was because of the backlash. And
Right.
as a content creator, as someone who does social media, period, you got to be careful what you put on the internet, because you can block out blessings just based off of your opinion. So it's always best to keep a lot of things to yourself, because it can hinder you, it can backfire, and you can miss out on great opportunities, because you never know who are in these positions to help you out. Because a lot of these people that are in these upper echelon positions, not saying most of them are gay, but some of them are gay. Gay people are in those rooms. So when you sit here and say this and that and third about the LGBTQ community, you got to be careful, because you never know who watching you and stuff like that. And I just feel like what she did was very distasteful, and no tea, no shade. I don't think her apology was genuine. Like, I don't care. I
Definitely
feel
was.
like she only did it because she got the backlash she got. But I felt like if nobody wouldn't really said anything, or everybody was really on her side, she wouldn't have apologized.
For
So
sure.
that's that.
For sure.
Clock that T.
I kind of want to get back into the situation when I was talking about the resentment thing, right? Where I feel like some black women may be homophobic towards gay men because of resentment. Now,
Right.
if you don't know what resentment means, basically it's like you're bitter towards another person. That's what it means, really. So y'all know how we get on social media and we see some black women, they come on the internet and they tell us, like, you know, I just found out my husband cheated on me with another man, or their boyfriend cheated on them with another man. And sometimes that can make a woman resent a gay man. Sometimes. Now, I'm
True.
not saying that qualifies for
Because they think, hey, yo, if one man can steal my man, I feel like any man can steal my man. And now I just look at not only straight men some type of way, but I look at gay men some type of way. I look at straight men some type of way because you might be DL, and I look at gay men type of way because fuck you, you stealing on a good man. And it happens all the time.
every woman who experienced that. But for me, from the outside looking in, I could see, like, where the resentment can come from. Like, you know, just being bitter towards gay men or whatever when it comes to being in a situation like that. And I kind of want to touch on two situations that I feel like TV has done a really great job with representing when it comes to a black woman being cheated on by her husband with another man. So I don't know if you guys watched For Color Girls, but Janet Jackson played on that movie, and her name was Jo. I think her name was Jo in the movie.
Shouts out Janet Jackson. She one of those. I like Janet. I don't know why she disappeared. Like, Janet Jackson could be a real I don't know. She could be like a real integral piece in the current generation of music, because she was so close to Michael and stuff like that. And also the engineers of Michael and stuff like that. They also can be an integral part of how music is shaped and make it more towards, you know, how it was back in the day rather than it's all about trap beats now. But that's a tangent, man. We're not talking about that this video. We got one more minute on this video. Let's keep going.
Play the character Jo. And to make a little brief summary on her situation, she was married to a man or whatever. So her husband was living a double life the whole entire time they was together. And I don't know if Jo was just too into her career. She wasn't really, you know, picking up on certain things. But as you watch the movie, it shows you, like, what he's doing behind her back. Like, he, you know, linking up with male prostitutes and stuff and sleeping with other dudes. It'll be times where they'll be out in the public and, you know, he couldn't help himself but to look at another man's butt or whatever. But it wasn't until they had went out to the opera or whatever. And when they went out to this opera, they were sitting next to each other, of course, Jo and her husband. And Jo had caught her husband looking at another man like a promiscuous way. And without her saying anything, it's like she knew. It's like right then she knew, because he wasn't really home like that. He was always out and stuff like that. So she was like, So I guess she went to go get tested and found out she had AIDS, y'all. She found
No! No way. Hey, that's a great cliffhanger to leave it on. Shouts out Doc Quell. We ain't watching the whole video. That was a good video. Um, if you want to see his entire video, go check it out. The title is right here. I'll leave it on the thing for 5 seconds. It's right here. Why are some black women homophobic? Shouts out to 14K. Shouts out on 14K. Doc Quell. Here's the 15. You're killing it, killing it, killing it, killing it. Sometimes you got to take a break. But you're killing it, man. Keep it up. All right. Peace out. Another one in the books. All right.